Shortstop. That's a demanding position.
Mm-hmm. It was a big time.
Did you ever grow up playing sports?
Not really. I played like Little League and I played like CYO basketball, but I was like bad at both. So.
Oh yeah.
When you say bad, how bad?
What happened?
What happened to you?
What happened to the ball? What did you do to the ball?
I was a real. I was a real. Let's put him in left field or at second base player. You know, a guy where he hopefully won't have to like interact with the ball. At the very least, he won't have to throw it very far. And if he does,
What would happen when you threw it?
it just wouldn't go far or fast.
I'm imagining it just falling out of your hand, like sinking down like gravity.
Just like poof, just like right down.
In retrospect, I really don't understand why I was so bad at throwing the ball because I was like tall when I was like that. When I was like 10 or something. Everyone caught up later, but I was like a big kid. I don't know, just no arm strength for some reason. I don't know why.
I think height doesn't matter for that.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing about baseball. There's like these 5'3" people.
It's also
like myself.
Yeah. Well, it also has nothing to do with like running speed. Like when I was in elementary school, like one of my best friends, he was like a little bit shorter, but he was the fastest of any of us. We were always marveling and we were like, how do you do it? He was like, you just had to like pump your arms like really
Being
fast.
Being fast in middle school is like...
That's big.
Were you fast?
No. Not at all.
Eat cinnamon bun.
You're having cinnamon buns right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I got some cinnamon buns from a friend who I helped do some ADR for their film, so I got to get my my co-host and our guest of this Two Nosy Meerkats podcast.
It's cold open, baby.
That's a cold open.
When did you know when we were recording when we started being disingenuous and weird?
yeah. When your posture perked up, when all the shoulders went forward, like, oh, it's go time, baby.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Two Nosy Meerkats. We have a fantastic guest for you. We have the producer of Popped Collar Comedy, which you all should see in Brooklyn. Is it every Saturday or every other Saturday?
Every Saturday.
Every Saturday. Thank you. He is also the producer of Roasted at Grove 34, which we have had the pleasure of performing on. We absolutely love the show. We love our guest.
Yes, we love the guest.
We love our guest.
Give
a round of applause.
Dan Wickes.
Yes. Dan Wickes.
Dan Wickes.
Thank you. Happy to be here, everybody.
Yes. Oh, we're very glad to have you.
You know that
here.
your roast battle show was the first one. It was the first real roast I ever did.
Yeah.
Who was your first one against?
I won't say.
That one. That one. Okay.
But
yeah.
it was a crazy mismatch.
It was, yeah.
That was a fun day.
I think
a lot of deep-seated issues were hashed out at that roast battle. This is very real anger.
This is not. Oh yeah. This is not an actual spoiler, but I think we can reveal that this is someone who, hours before the roast battle, said that they weren't going to do the roast battle.
Yep.
And so I was with Gab because we were about to like travel to Grove 34 together, and I was like, wait, can I ask to go on myself and pretend to be this roast? And so I started speed writing jokes. It was one of the most. I love a devious task.
Yeah.
I love a and I started. It was some of my best stuff.
Yeah, I saw the jokes. They were great and they were mean.
Yeah. I wish we could share with you guys what we're talking about, but it's best that we don't.
Yeah, it's best that we don't. When did you start like producing roast shows, by the way?
Yes, I'll be right back.
Yeah, that was the one I think you Lukas was on the second one. And you must have been on like the third or fourth. Yeah, so I started it it was probably about 10 months ago or something, 9 months or something, because I just did it because I was just trying to do it with Pontillo because so he had a problem of he just didn't really have a way to book roasters, and also like my buddies Rob and Derek opened up Grove 34 and wanted to like figure out a way to get a ton of comics in there, so I was like, let's start a roast show. And everyone was so down, but then James got cold feet, and I was like, yo, is it cool if I just do this without you? And he was like, yeah. And it ended up being like way better than I could have imagined, even to the point where James was like, I'm sorry I was wrong. This was a great idea.
Yeah.
I love a sorry I was wrong.
It really is. I don't want to get like sappy too quick, but I just love going to watch. It's always a good vibe. Even when, like, if you don't mind me saying, sometimes like there's not as much of an audience turnout or maybe like the vibe, it's still always enjoyable. I still always enjoy going to see it. Even when I'm not, I love the show. It's always a great vibe.
Thanks, man. I appreciate hearing that.
Yeah.
I try to put a lot into making it.
It shows.
Like that, yeah.
It really does. Yeah. It was no. So something that I wanted to talk with you about is that something that I found How soon after your first open mic did you do your first roast battle? Because it was quick, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it was like maybe a month or two, and it was so insane because it was it was against this girl who I was like talking to and and like we were like kind of about to start dating, and then we like kind of went on a date, and then it was like good, and then we had a week, and then it was like some weird shit happened. It seemed like we were gonna not talk to each other anymore. And by the way, all this, we were supposed to roast another time. Matt just asked us to face because he saw us hanging out a lot. He figured, oh, they're friends. They should roast. And then we and the first time she handled it because she was like, yeah, we're not doing that. Then the second time I was like, okay, she'll handle it again. She didn't. So it's like, oh, fuck, we actually have to do this.
Oh, no.
And then it happened. It was a bad roast. I ended up winning because she didn't have a second overtime joke. And everyone was mad at me because they all liked her and didn't know me.
Was the battle just like, you said it was bad because you guys had a weird relationship. Was it just like, sometimes she's unavailable with her feelings.
No,
sometimes she's a little avoidant.
No, we were just bad joke writers at the time who didn't know how to really write jokes, especially about like someone with who you're like kind of like, are we a thing? Are we not? Yeah. And especially it was like literally the thing where literally like right before the roast it was like, okay, I made up my mind. I still want to try to be a thing. And she's like, oh, let's talk about this later.
Wait, did you say that in the roast battle?
No, I said that, yeah, but just in the bar, like before we went downstairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would love that on stage during the roast. Like, I kind of want to hook up with you, so here's all the mean things I think.
Yeah. But I'm still down.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was the roast after that one was where people started like turning heads because that was like, there was round two of the thing. I was facing this guy, Tom McGrath, who's he was a Buddha host. He might still be. And he was like, he had a bit of they liked him there, and because he would like come and he would like have one or two solid jokes. It was about like what constituted a good roaster at Fight Club at the time, and I just came out and I smoked him. It was nuts. Like,
do you remember any good joke from that?
Yeah. So the guy, so I go up, he does his round one, and it's like, okay, whatever. Like he's got the crowd on his side, and then I start my round two. I go, I was nervous about this roast, but then I remembered that Jeff Lawrence doesn't teach a class on roasting. And that brought the house down because nobody respects this. They like, it really just shine like, oh yeah, this guy's a loser. He takes classes with Jeff Lawrence. And I had two more similar jokes that hit. Then round two happens. He does his first joke hits, his second two don't hit so hard, and then I just go and by the way, he's like a very red faced like Irish guy. I just go, Tom is part Irish and part tomato. Yeah. And he said at that point he just put his phone away because he knew that it was over.
My God.
That's so funny. I'm curious to hear your perspective about, like, you've been roasting for so many years. You're really good at it. And I feel like roasting is like, people think it's about being hack or whatever, or being able to say whatever. I think that's what stand-up is about. Yeah. But I think roasting is about like shining a light on who this person is and kind of what their overall vibe is, and honestly a little bit sharing what they're afraid of about themselves in like a funny, lighthearted way. Do you have anything that like you specifically like philosophically think about it, like that has like
That's
led you to keep
question.
doing it?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like I'm glad that I've gotten back to a point where like it feels like it's rewarding and doing things for me, because for a while it was like literally I'm just doing it like I feel like I'm too good at this to stop, but like, you know, there's I'm not really sure why I'm doing it still, and but yeah, I think it's fun. I think it's like there's a way you can kill in a roast that's like really hard to kill in stand up just because of the stakes, and like you like it's like the point of view is baked in, especially if you're like someone, if you know a way to like get the crowd to root for you, or if you're you can really like, and the fact that it's like a collaborative thing in a way that you're up there with somebody else, it's like really interesting, really different animal from stand up. And it's just I still find like people are still writing new creative roast jokes, which is something that there'd be a fear that people like just ran out and it's all just like the same, like fat, your mom's dead, like whatever.
Yeah.
But
your mom's dead and fat, never been done before.
Yeah, you start to like mix things together, and yeah, like what you say about hack, it's true, because when it's done at a bad level, like everything is done at a bad level, it looks bad. Like I'm facing this girl like next month who and I was like watching videos of her roast. It's like all these dudes like you whore, and then you look at this girl is so clearly not a whore. Like this girl looks like she's had sex like 3 times.
Wait, I love that idea as a joke. It'll be like, yo, you're not a whore. You don't even look like you fuck.
Yeah.
But I can honestly say that that's so nice, right? Because like, I don't know. I feel like when you're up there and someone's misreading you, that is the worst possible situation you could be in. When someone's like totally getting your energy wrong, and everyone in the audience is just laughing because it kind of looks right to them.
Yeah.
And then it's like the best roast is like you kind of get to know the person in this weird way.
Oh yeah.
It's like perceptiveness, I think.
Yeah, especially when you do it against a friend, you guys can have like so much fun because just so much about each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I got one that on the docket that's gonna happen at some point. I don't know when, but I'm excited too because I'm ready to knock him down a peg because he's a little he's getting a little bit of a big head because he hasn't lost yet.
Afterwards, I can't wait to hear who this is.
I'm so excited about that.
Something I did wanted to ask you though was that I was talking with someone recently. I don't remember who, but we were talking about the battle.
Right.
What?
You were talking to someone?
I talk to people.
Okay.
I have friends besides you.
Go on with your little tall tale.
I was now I'm self-conscious about something that happened.
I was talking to my many friends.
I was talking to my many friends. I got so many. You don't even know.
I don't. That's why I made this comment.
No, yeah. I was talking to someone about the battle that I had with Max Gross, and they said, "Oh, I would be even too scared to go up against Max because Max is so good." And I said, "Wait, why? I don't understand." And they were like, "Well, yeah, because I'd probably lose." I was like, "What's wrong with that?" And then I realized that, and then I asked, "Wait, are you a competitive person?" They were like, "Yes." And I was like, "Oh, I don't think I'm actually that competitive of a person." Like, definitely when I'm preparing for a roast battle, I want to be as good as possible, but I'm so okay with losing.
Yeah.
That doesn't scare me or bother me. I'm like, no, this is still great. So I wanted to ask, are you a competitive person?
I am, but also like with the roast, I've done so many that like as long as I just want to like put on a show, like that's all I care about. There was literally a great example is in my John Marco roast when it like came to the judges and was close. I was like, do I even want to win this? Yeah. Is it possible if he takes it wrong? Is that going to be worse for me?
I think we're gonna have him on at some point.
We are gonna have him on very soon. I can't wait.
Good point. Yeah.
Because I remember watching. I was there live. I think were you there too?
No, I wasn't there, but I saw it after, and I was fucking dying.
Because there were some moments where he looked like visibly bothered. Like, God damn, dude. Like,
you really got to him. Yeah. That's so funny. Yeah, I am a competitive person, but I don't mind losing either with a roast because it is about like putting on a good show. What I hate is when you both bomb the roast. Then who cares who wins?
I had a brutal bomb story.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, tell us.
Oh, my God.
And this says extra suck, too, because it really was such a, like, it really at the time felt a little pivotal, even though it really wasn't in retrospect. But a lot was going on in the roast scene, like in terms of like Matt moving to the stand, like James taking over New York, and like a lot of the old roasters not doing it anymore, roast masters not being a thing. So there was like an opening for like who's going to be the next big roaster, and it seemed like there was a lot of momentum towards people trying to make me that in like both shows. And I end up, and there's this, and so first tournament in New York. And James tries to set me up with an easy opponent. Like Vanetta got put into the thing, like got put into the tournament, and she wasn't that strong of a roaster. And so round one we're facing. She does her she does her first joke. It bombs. Mm-hmm. So then I'm set up to hit really well. I bomb. She bombs, I bomb. She bombs, I bomb. So it's all right. All right, we'll just move on. That wasn't good. Like the judges are making fun of us, whatever. Round two. I bomb 3 jokes. She bombs 3 jokes. She's clearly like high or something, like, and doesn't have any jokes.
What's your excuse?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it like makes it even, So it makes it even worse. Like they're like yelling at me, like the judges are yelling at me because, and by the way, Vanetta's black. I have jokes that like, I had a joke that started like it sounded like it was gonna go somewhere racist, and they said it didn't in like the worst possible way, that they just wished I was racist.
I wish you were more racist too. Yeah.
I wish you just did something.
Yeah. Yeah, as they wanted to end the fight without a winner at that point, but then Emilio was like watching. He's the owner, and he was like, well, "It's a tournament. We got to have a winner." So then he's like, so then, and we end up doing round 3. Here we go.
Oh.
Yep, bomb, 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 bomb. My last joke hits. But at that point, it's way too late. They're all like, "Yeah, this is like Yamanika, who usually like is like all about me, defending me, like saying I'm awesome." She's like, "Yeah, it would be like, it feels like this would be an insult to the other competitors for either of you to advance." They asked the crowd if anyone should advance, resounding no.
Wow.
Then what's great is next is Robbie Goodwin against Chloe McGovern, and they fight, and they have a very good fight, and then the judge, like, Mike Cannon's like, "Yeah, it sucks. You guys are so good. It sucks that only one of you could advance." And then Yamiko goes, "What if they both advance? Because the last fight was so bad." And the place just goes nuts.
And that's what happened?
Yeah.
That's like an anxiety dream come to life. That's like, yeah, I had a dream. I had this terrible roast.
That is like...
And then the next 2 roasters both advanced because we were so bad.
Oh my God. That sounds like a nightmare of like, oh my God, I missed all of the classes this semester that I didn't know I had.
Yeah.
Like that's right up there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. When in your like roasting career was that?
That was like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and
So it was still pretty early.
Yeah, well, I mean, not really. I've been roasting for like over 6 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've been doing stand-up for how long?
About that amount
About
of
that
time.
time, yeah.
And I started roasting like almost immediately. Yeah, but And I was like already the Fight Club champion, I think, and it was like, there was like so much, there was like, it felt like there was buzz around me. Also, I had just gotten out of a relationship that ended horribly. That's all we're gonna say about that.
That's all we're gonna say. Don't Google it because he's not famous enough for there to be an answer. Don't look it up.
It went so badly that like Emilio wanted to take me off main events, and like James fought for me. Credit to James, but
credit to you for pulling yourself back after that.
Yeah, I ended up facing Robbie Goodwin, and it ended up being like maybe the best fight I've ever had.
Really?
That's awesome.
Yeah. And that's at that point too, I also like I stopped, like there used to be like a lot, I mean this still happens obviously, like people write jokes for each other and stuff, but at that point I was like, I can't take a joke from anyone else, because like it has to be like, I gotta
Absolutely.
like ride or die with these. I have to take it
Because in your regular
seriously.
stand-up you were joke thieving before.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. You took that one joke about what's the one you ever noticed that oh my God, how does it go?
Racist thought.
No hints.
It's
got to come from here.
He took that joke that was like, "My name is Fluffy."
Is that the joke? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's what's his name? Gabriel Iglesias.
Oh.
Yeah.
He took that one joke that was like, "There's 2 kinds of black people." You did take that one, yeah.
I did, yeah. That sucks. It's the best joke in my set.
But you only do the setup. You don't finish it.
The great part is how happy you are when you're telling it. Yeah, you seem like so into it.
I know you guys are saying this, but like most people don't know, right? Like,
You know what? A little backstory. That's a very famous Chris Rock joke. For those who do not know,
you mean a very good Dan Wicks joke?
Yeah, that's Stan Wicks' best joke.
Excuse me.
Actually.
I'm sorry. I keep
Chris
getting
Rock
that.
actually stole it. He was
I
like,
keep
I'm
getting
black,
that mixed
so I
up.
should deliver it.
How old were you in '96? 2?
It was my first word.
All hyphens.
Asterisk.
Your parents are like, "What happened to Dada?"
It's currently written in a baby book. Like,
Oh my God.
Funny thing, my first word was no.
That makes sense.
So
Yeah. What were you saying no to?
Them being on the bus with me? Oh.
Who's them?
I was trying to make a civil rights joke.
Racist.
I was trying to make a racist joke.
You're
Yeah.
trying to be racist.
Yeah.
But he's so good. He can't even be racist.
Yeah, some people don't have to try. Yeah.
Some people are just racist naturally.
Some people are just amazing
Just
at
born
it.
with it. You're like, oh, how? I work so hard.
It comes so naturally to me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The racism.
I really got to practice more. I got to do my scales.
Every morning, Lucas wakes up and sings slurs.
I will say something. So something that I've been asked a few times is like, oh, when you're which impression do you do most often? And the thing is, like, I don't do impressions like around the house or anything, but
Who would you live alone?
Exactly.
Who would you do them to?
But even with friends, like I don't really do except very rare occasions that I'll like.
Can you do Dan Wicks?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a hard one to do. Yeah.
Yeah, really flows off the tongue. Yeah.
Spilling water is
yeah.
a very Dan Wicks thing to do too.
Yeah.
You a clumsy guy?
Oh,
Are you
for
quirky?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I have one rough one real embarrassing memory I have is it's not that bad, but just like just because of when it happened, it's embarrassing. So I did a road gig with Stephen Bowles, Eli Sayers, and CW, and Stephen's wife was there, and the show went amazingly, and I had booked the lineup, and everyone was like so happy, and then I'm just like walking, like I'm behind everyone, they're all outside, and I literally trip over the door swinging back as it's closed.
Oh no.
And don't worry, everyone saw.
Oh, good. I was gonna ask.
Oh my god. Wait, did you fall forward or backwards? Like do a little-
Forward. I didn't like fall
So
all
it
the
hit
way.
you
but-
on the back and then you.
No, it was like I was walking out and it was closing, and I guess my foot caught on it, and it was like walking too fast. I like stumbled. Like I didn't go to the ground, but it was like it took like multiple steps to catch myself,
Oh my god.
and everyone laughed.
That's. Oh my god, that's good.
Your funniest joke of the night.
Yeah. I remember I was once in high school and I was rehearsing a play where one of the gags is that my character couldn't get open this door. But then I can't describe how, but with perfect timing, the door just hit me in the forehead and knocked me back.
Oh,
but the thing is,
shit.
it actually sliced my forehead open and I was bleeding down my face. But the thing is,
On stage?
yeah. But the thing is,
for the
it
bit.
was such perfect timing that I was laughing hysterically in the endorphin. I couldn't feel the pain for like 5 minutes.
Must have been even creepier to watch.
It was really scary. Just me laughing and like blood just like coming down right here. And I'm just like, no, people were like, oh my, I was like, what? It was, yeah.
What's going on? I'm the happiest I've ever been.
It really was one of the happiest I'd ever been. Was that door hitting me? Yeah.
God, that's
I still have a tiny little scar. You can't see it like that.
Oh,
much,
it's a
but
lightning
tiny.
bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
boy who barely lived. That's
And
what I call
barely
it.
bought it?
That joke that I did for Lucas, I'm still so proud of that.
Which one?
When I called you the boy who barely lived.
That was great. That was so good.
Very, very proud of that.
Oh,
Did you
wow.
do theater in high school?
Nah, not at all.
Did you do anything creative in school?
Did you? Are you anybody special?
I did mathletes and brainstormers. That's what I did.
What the fuck is a brainstorm?
Well, I'm hard.
Yeah, I'm wet
Yeah.
as wet can be.
Oh yeah.
It's trivia competitions like quiz bowls.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually, technically, even though it was local TV, it is my one TV credit.
Oh,
I
wow.
was on MSG Varsity on The Challenge, which was a high schools with competing trivia.
Wow.
Were you like a big shot because you were on TV for trivia?
No, I was weird.
Yeah.
Here's the best way of summing it up. I was probably the best member of the team by skills, and they did not make me the captain.
Oh God.
Oh,
Wait, was there
yeah.
like nepotism within this
no,
community?
I think it was just Dan's weird. I don't think we want him to be the face.
not a
of the
leadership
team.
role.
no.
Who'd they make captain instead?
Arjun, who was my friend, who was he was great for it. He had charisma, he had a face for it, and he's also a very good at trivia.
He
but
was
just,
the posh spice of the group.
Yeah.
No singing ability, but great on the cover.
How do you manage to keep trivia answers in your head?
just know things.
How do you?
That's impossible.
How do you study that for that other than just going randomize randoms question, memorize that answer, and just hope that maybe it comes up?
Yeah,
Is
no,
that-
just years of like, honestly, I didn't really study, just like years of like school and like, I watched
Yeah.
Jeopardy every night, but I wasn't really like, I never consciously studied for Brainstormer, so it was just like new
Okay.
things, yeah.
Yeah. So you were a Jeopardy kid.
Yeah.
Were you sad about Trebek?
Yeah, it was sad, yeah.
Yeah.
And it is unbelievable what they did to Ken Jennings.
Wait, is that the new guy or
No,
who's
he
that?
was the champ. He was the guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was the guy who like
like
won
when
it.
you learn about it, like Trebek was like so clearly trying to pass the show off to him, and then they just fucked it up because that asshole like wanted to make himself the host.
Yeah, yeah. But
didn't know
Ken
about
Jennings was also the guy who was friends with Bean Dad. And they ran a podcast together.
Oh.
Bean Dad, for those who don't remember, is a historical artifact about a man who made his daughter try and open a can of beans for 6 hours
Yeah.
because she was hungry.
To be clear, he didn't actually make the daughter try to open the can of
You're an
beans.
apologist for Bean Dad?
Fucking
was-
open the
I
can!
think it might be the dumbest in like Twitter drama of the entire time I've been on the website. Like he was
pretty dumb.
Yeah, like he was clearly trying to be funny. The joke bombed hard. But clearly none of this happened.
That's an interesting theory.
Wait, I thought it actually happened.
I was pretty gullible.
He said it happened, but like it was not the way he made it sound. It was like he was like they were like laughing, like trying to like get it to like he's like trying to have her see if she could figure this out. But he
Okay,
wasn't like
so she
torturing
wasn't
the-
just starving.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That joke did bomb. The idea the way it was phrased was that like for 6 hours this young girl sat there with an empty stomach fucking like sobbing trying to open this can, and he was like, this is how you learn, kid, this is how you learn. And she was like, and now I think love is conditional, and he was like, that's right, it is, until you open this can.
Do you think he ever like dates and says, "You may know me from somewhere"? They call me
Verify.
Bean Dad.
They're probably a bunch of girls are like, I don't know how to use a can opener.
Can you show me?
He's like, no.
Not this again. He has to sign an NDA with them. Like, all right, you can open this can, but
Wait, imagine she like goes over to his house and like it looks like normal, but like every cupboard once she opens it, it's just all cans of beans. And it's the one kind of, I don't know, kidney beans or something.
it's Bush's baked beans. I think that was
there
what
we
it
go.
was.
Oh,
which,
it actually was? Oh, okay.
which are disgusting.
I've never had Bush's baked beans.
You a
Never
baked
had
you a baked beans guy?
I'm not a baked beans guy.
No.
That
No.
makes sense.
What is your do you have a favorite bean? Well, because I know that you're vegetarian.
Yeah.
So can I ask, like, is there like when did you grow up vegetarian?
No, I became it a few years ago. Yeah,
What caused the shift?
I was just like not happy with certain things in my life. I needed to like change something, like take control back.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Yeah. Did you feel bad for the animals, or was it all health?
No,
Yeah, fuck
neither of
animals.
those things.
Yeah.
Neither.
You ain't a bitch.
Good.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Meat is really
I've
like
never seen a documentary about food.
really.
Yeah.
They're kind of fucking sad. I wouldn't go for it.
Wait, have you seen Belton, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you seen Belton's bit about going to see Food Inc. with his dad as a teenager, and that afterwards he immediately asks for a hamburger?
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil the rest of the bit, but that's just the. Did I
Food-
spoil that? Maybe I should cut that out. What do you think?
didn't spoil it.
Oh, okay, good.
I
Okay.
think that was the premise.
Yeah, that's just
I don't
the
know
premise.
That was the punchline.
No, I'm not going to share anymore. I'm not going to share anymore. But it's a really good bit he has about like just being that as a person.
Yeah. Maybe they need more movies about how veggies are good, so people watch that documentary like, I want some vegetables.
Yeah.
Veggie Tales.
Veggie Tales.
Yeah, we don't want to eat the Veggie Tales.
Speak for yourself. I
yeah,
fucking
what-
eat the Veggie Tales.
What do the Veggie Tales? Those. What do they eat? Do you ever see them eat in Veggie Tales?
The body of Christ.
They go to church, Lucas. Bread of heaven. I remember the first time I went to a communion when I was like 13 or something.
You didn't burn upon entry?
I didn't. Can you believe? Actually, okay, when I was like 4, I went to like my mom and dad took me to like their friend's son's like something or other at a church, and you're supposed to like hold up a candle or something.
Okay.
And I did burn
Is it
my
one of like
hand.
holding it like right here, like one of those things?
Well, I was holding it like this, like a drink.
Like the Statue of Liberty.
I was holding it like she holds the ice cream cone, and I guess I wasn't looking, and it literally like almost burned my hand off.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I did
goodness.
burn upon entry.
Goodness, you poor thing. I have never been to a house of worship for a worship. It's always been for like a wedding, a funeral, or a special occasion of some sort. Never been for
Were
just
you
like
religious?
Yeah, I was raised Catholic. I can't remember when exactly. I quit on it, I think, when I was like 15 or 16.
Yeah.
When did you realize there was no God?
Around then, I used to just like kneel at my bed, just like so sad, and then just like one day I would just be like, "What if God isn't real? Doesn't that feel better?" Doesn't that?
just kneeling, just being like, I hope this isn't real.
Was it the feeling of God like not listening? You were bombing to
yeah,
God.
Yeah, well, no, I just felt like a sinner. I just felt so bad. Like I just felt like such a bad person.
What were your sins?
Honestly, not much. I was a pretty like behaved kid.
Yeah, I believe that's true.
I believe
Like,
you were just like a very normal
You probably
kid.
were horny once. You're like, fuck.
Yeah. I once, like when I was 10 years old, I Googled naked women, and the moment I saw the slightest image of like boobs, I immediately X'd out the window and I started crying, thinking that I was a terrible person. And I like confessed to my mom. I was like, I'm so sorry. I looked this up, and my mom was like, you're okay? Like she was like really confused. She had no idea how to handle that.
That would crack me up.
Yeah.
My kid comes to me like, I can't believe I Googled boobies. I'm like,
Yeah.
what they look like? You're like, that kid.
I had so much shame, and I wasn't raised religiously. Yeah, that was au naturel, baby. Organic, fair trade.
Organic, no religious. Yeah. Sex stuff it's shameful.
It's very shameful.
Do you
to
have a funny
that.
like church memory? Like, what happened to you, man?
Let's
What'd they do
see.
to you?
Yeah,
You couldn't tell.
I mean,
I wasn't molested or anything, but
Not
yet. There
The
was
night is young.
we still have an hour left.
Yeah, I didn't even do confession very many times, only if I had to for like certain things. Oh, this was kind of funny. This was a religious. This was like a religious instruction moment more than like a church moment, because I used to like, because I got confirmed. So like for years, I like once a week you like go get religion classes, like learn about the Bible and stuff.
What's your confirmation name?
It's honestly, I think it's Patrick. I can't even remember for sure, because the thing is, I'm named. I chose it after my uncle, but I'm pretty sure I took Patrick. But the thing is, his nickname is Patty, but his name is Charles, so it could be Charles.
Oh.
And the reason for that, so basically like my great grandfather on the boat from Ellis Island, he like his name was Pasquale, and they like they just like make up names when they get there, and the name the actual translate Pasquale is Patrick.
Okay.
But they just wrote down Charles. What the fuck? So yes, then my uncle was named after him, so they named him Charles like legally, but they call him Patty.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait, Pasquale is like the Italian version of Patrick?
Yeah.
I never knew that Patrick had any other versions in other languages. Like I know like Pedro, Peter.
I'm sorry, it's still so crazy to me that on Ellis Island they just made up names.
Oh, they did that all the
yeah.
They
time.
were like, I know, but they were like, we don't like that. And it wasn't even an ethnicity thing half the time. It was like, I just want a different one for you.
Yeah.
Something more bland. Something like Patrick. I also love that at confirmation you just choose a different white guy name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't. What does Patrick even mean?
Yeah. Well, I think it's supposed it's probably biblical. Like I think that that was the like the
Oh,
old
you
gotta be
never hear an
biblical.
MF named Patrick in
Like,
the Bible.
An MF.
And Patrick came down
Yeah.
and smote us all. No, he didn't. Patrick was at home checking his emails and jerking off.
That's also
There needs to be a Gen Z religious teacher who's like, this MF in verse 1.
was
Facts, bro. Just sorry, do you need something?
No, I was just thinking about. I was just trying to like think if I could think of where Patrick was, but yeah, I can't think.
I think of that
anything
as just an
offhand.
Irish exclusive name. That's kind of how I think of it.
Yeah, but if it is an Irish exclusive name, it's got to be a biblical name.
maybe. But then again, there's lots of Irish like Kieran. That's an Irish exclusive name with the weird C at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I was thinking about the Irish Bible. That's just James Joyce, baby.
Oh,
James Joyce's letters to Nora.
That's just a plaque outside the Guinness factory, baby.
Yeah. Do you know about James Joyce's love letters?
I don't, but I
was into
could
farts.
imagine. Yeah,
He's into farts.
He was really
big
into
time.
farts.
yeah. I tried to read Ulysses like once or twice. I couldn't get like past like 5 or 10 pages. I have to like
I had to read that
as I would.
in college. I couldn't do it. I have no idea what was going on. I bullshitted my way through that entire class, and I felt disgusting by the end of it. I was like, I'm a fucking fraud.
And then you told your professor, I looked at boobs.
Yeah.
She was like,
In a
okay.
way, all of James Joyce's work can be summed up. I looked at boobs.
That's true.
We're gonna be fully reductive. Yeah.
I want to hear more reductive author summaries from you.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Mark. I can't do Mark Twain because I like him too much. But he will do.
J.K. Rowling, I'm a great person.
J.K. Rowling would probably just be like, the British government is perfect or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she's right.
100%. They're doing an amazing job right now. Do you know what they're doing right now?
No.
Oh, like there's a new conservative government that's just taken power, and they immediately gave like an insane amount of tax breaks to the rich, and it immediately tanked the value of the British pound to the point like the whole country is furious right now, and they're gonna do a whole ground up like re-election now. Yeah. It's like they were like I was talking with my mom on the phone. I was like, okay, Mom, okay, oh wow, okay, and I was just like there for 20 minutes. Like, there's nothing I can do about this. I got shit to do.
Yeah.
It was a lot. Yeah, people are pissed. So yeah, J.K. Rowling, love your government.
Yeah. What authors you guys think you can do any?
What about Jack Kerouac?
I'm not familiar enough with his work.
I'm
not a reader.
I'm not as much of a reader as well. Are you much of a? Yeah.
I mean, this all
One of us was.
This all started with I couldn't read James Joyce. So I did open on I'm not a reader.
Yeah, this is a garbage tangent. This is such a garbage tangent. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I know about Hunter S. Thompson, but I've never read him. It was only because one time I saw an improv show where they brought him up and they did a joke about him that brought the house down.
Yeah.
And I was like, that sounds so intellectual. I still remember it. It was like years and years ago.
Oh, I forgot what there was a story I was mentioning. So I don't do impressions, but I did one day start
from
thinking
20 minutes ago, right?
Yeah. I did start thinking one day. I was like, I wonder what John Mulaney would sound like saying every slur I can think of. And I just did that at home just for myself. I was like, this is fun.
You would crush it. It's like bringing childlike wonder to these words.
Yeah.
Top 5 best slur in the game. Yeah. Oh man, that is the joy of John Mulaney.
Yeah.
Just the midget bit, but actually saying the word. Mandy says the other word and the M word.
Yeah.
Well, the M word isn't that bad. It's clearly worse because we're not saying it. Unlike, it drops a hard R. Yeah, there's actually a comic in the city who tells that bit word for word.
Oh,
Wait,
what?
seriously?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Fuck
Oh
it.
wait, no! Don't.
No.
Can I say it and bleep it out
No,
later?
I don't want to tell us afterwards. I don't want to have to
We'll
bleep
have
it
a
out.
gossip sesh after.
We'll have a gossip session. No, there was actually someone whose name I will not mention, but in the days before the pandemic, I was at an Eastville open mic where he went to a lot, and he actually was funny. He had great stage presence. He was able to do crowd work and stuff. He was very quick. But I remember him doing a bit that. Do you know Mike Yard?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know Mike Yard?
No.
He's
He
really
used to be
good
on the
comic.
Daily Actually, I think he was on the Daily Show sometimes, or at least he was on.
He was on the
Nightly
Nightly Show.
Yeah.
Nightly Show, yeah.
Oh.
And he has this bit about getting mugged, but by people that he knows in his neighborhood. So he'll get told to put his hands up, and he's like, "Toby."
That's good.
It's a great bit, but this guy would do that bit word for word, and I was like, you're doing a Mike Yard bit. But the thing is, like, he was like a tall, really buff dude. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna say anything. But then he just stopped coming, and I started asking like the host. I was like, what happened to him? He was like, oh, he got in trouble with the law, and like he apparently like went away. I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
the comedy police.
Yeah.
You ever been in trouble with the law?
You shockingly know.
I'm pretty surprised.
I did, yeah. I'm going to LA at the end of the month. And I'm talking to somebody about getting on your podcast. She asked, have you ever been to prison? And she's like, I'm like, no. And like, oh, okay, you have to be on prison to do my podcast.
Hey, you got to do anything to get exposed.
I told her,
out
well,
there.
I guess I got a month.
I'll go.
You'll find the crime that works for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think your crime would be?
Probably some bullshit like insider trading or like
You'd be great at insider
or
trading.
hacking.
Hacking into the mainframe.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Even as a computer guy, I never really got into hacking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the end goal of hacking? What's your goal? What are you trying to achieve? You know?
It could be various things. You could be trolling. You could be trying to take money. You could be trying to like redirect Bitcoin. You know,
Is trolling hacking?
People do hack to troll. Like there was like a whole like cybersec group called like lulsec where they're just like doing things for the lulz, where they take down websites or like put certain things certain places.
I had my LinkedIn hacked recently, and I got control of my account back. But I had to like this dude. He was like a crypto guy who kept sharing videos of like very sort of like Gary V-esque of like how to take control of your life, invest in crypto. This is the way forward. This is the way to build your wealth. Just on my LinkedIn, and it still had like my name and everything. It was really bizarre.
That happens more than you'd think. That happened to this guy. The baseball strike was about to expire, and the guy who was like the preeminent reporter on it, like the day that the strike was about to end, and he was reporting nonstop, his account just turned into an NFT account. And everyone just lost their goddamn minds because he was like the one with like all the insider information. And suddenly it's like, you buy my bored monkey. I was going to say something else about trolling. Oh, when I was younger, were you an American Idol fan?
I've seen it. I'm not like I wasn't like a fan, but I probably know most of what.
That was a hilarious thing to watch you answer.
Yeah,
I was just
surprised.
like, I can't wait to see how Dan says no. Like,
I had a sister, but so like it was still.
Was
on
she
in the
into it?
house. Yeah.
yeah. Did you watch
And
it
honestly,
with her?
I think my
Yeah.
dad was into it too. But,
Really?
Yeah.
It's good. American Idol was good. It's not good anymore. They did this thing where like they did a website called Vote for the Worst where they would just
I remember this.
You remember Vote
Not
for the
only do
Worst?
I remember this because I had a Spanish teacher who was obsessed with Constantine. I don't know why, but she was obsessed. Her and her
Oh, is that someone on
girlfriend were,
American
like-
Idol?
Yeah, he was on that season, and he like got eliminated 8th or 6th, I think. Yeah, 6th. And she was saying like, yeah, he was 6th, but they got teachers that said 6 is the best, and she was saying, and actually he should have been 4th. Because there was that website Vote for the Worst, so Sanjaya he should have been out, and they were pushing up one other person. So Constantine should have been 4th.
Yes,
This was her
I
hill to
remember it
die
was because
on.
they would all vote for Sanjaya because he was so bad.
Which, by the way, not even his name. His name was Sanjay, and they were just calling him Sanjaya. Yeah, an
my
Indian
God.
dude that I went to school with said that. Like he told us that. Yeah, no, the guy's name is Sanjay.
My favorite. I wasn't.
Gabby's face.
Yeah.
This is blowing my
I
mind.
didn't know his name was just Sanjay.
No, of course not. They would. He's iconic. They would be like Sanjaya this, Sanjaya that. It was the wrong fucking name. I'm gonna lose my shit, dude. This is crazy. This is like finding out Santa Claus isn't real for me.
I hope I'm right about this, or at least the kid was right. At least the kid that told me this, I hope he was right.
Oh my
Because
God.
I'm just repeating word for word what he said.
Sound
With
off in
this
the
kid I went to
comments.
school with.
This is gonna be my pet cause. Rest of my life. No more open mics, no more shows. I am locking myself in my room. I am hacking into the mainframe to figure out if this is true. Because if that's true, that's your name. That's Ellis Island. Your name's Sanjaya now. I like it better. Fuck you. Sorry, I'm so triggered. American Idol was everything to me. You think this wouldn't be the thing that ruined my whole life? I used to watch American Idol. I had a crush on all 3 of the judges.
Oh, on Simon?
Yes.
Even? Really?
Yeah.
I could see it.
That
Right?
judgy Lego brick of a man.
I loved it.
Yeah.
He would. I feel like he'd be good in bed.
I don't think he is, but I could imagine him like super jacked.
Oh yeah.
I guess it's the guys who are jacked who don't work as hard. Dan's like, I agree. Yeah, no, for sure.
It's kind of funny how in the past, how he like it was the asshole British guy, but now he's like the diet version of that. If you compare him to like fucking Gordon Ramsay,
He's really
Oh
nice
my
now.
God, yeah.
It's like after he had a kid, he became like super gentle and
Really?
like jokey with people. He's like he's much chiller. If you see him on like America's Got Talent or anything like that, he's like totally different vibe.
Huh. Random.
He's like so much more caring.
Interesting.
It really is, yeah.
Are you a Gordon Ramsay fan?
I mean, I like him, but I'm not like I won't watch any of his shows.
What do you like about him?
I like that he's funny because he's mean to people.
Yeah. Did you see when he's like puts 2 pieces of bread on the side of someone's head? You're an
Yeah.
idiot sandwich.
What are you? Yeah.
An idiot sandwich. So much. No, yeah, Gordon Ramsay. I don't like him because I think he's competitive to a fault. I think that he's he will go into like another country, try to learn their cuisine in a few days, and then try to challenge them at their own cuisine. That's an insane thing to
But that's how I feel about Bobby Flay. Bobby Flay does the same thing. Bobby Flay literally has a show called Beat Bobby Flay where he brings the best chefs in the world on. Is like, think you're better than me? Think you're better than me? Why don't you cook? Face each other.
I think that's a little bit better because it's like you're inviting someone else. Like they don't have to agree to they're coming on to your show. Whereas Gordon Ramsay goes to other people's countries and he like forces his like his forehead on other people.
Yeah, it's I'm. You guys know the Shane Torres bit about Guy Fieri?
Yeah, I love that
Oh,
bit.
yeah, I love that bit.
It's great.
It's so funny how like we're all like so he's so right. We're all so mean to like the nice guy like Guy Fieri, but we all love fucking Gordon Ramsay, who's just an asshole.
Yeah.
Like,
And I love Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Yeah,
that
it's
is
a
a
great
great
show.
show
Yeah.
to
Good
watch.
show, yeah.
So good. Wonderful guy. Love to have him on. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're watching or
Guy
listening,
Fieri, if you're here, come on the
yeah,
pod.
please come.
How many people have we begged to be on the pod over the years?
At least
Dan
15.
Wickes.
Dan Wickes, yeah.
yeah, the hard get.
Yeah. If you were hosting a podcast and you had a dream guest somewhere in the world, who would you like?
Oh, good question.
Yeah. Who would be your dream guest?
Barack Obama.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Okay.
I don't know. I think it might be cool to tell. That'd be like the best person to have pictures with for sure. Like,
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's
know.
true.
in terms of people who are actually interesting to talk to, I mean, Obama would technically be interesting to talk to, but not really, because you can't actually ask him anything.
That's such a
Yeah.
good point. He can't say.
If I'd have to have Obama be on and be like, "Yo, what was your opinion on Pitchfork's top albums of the '90s?"
Yo,
No,
which
no.
alien is the cutest?
I read somewhere that like when you're president, they give you this binder of stuff that's like, here's everything in our world that's like a lie for the public's benefit, and that when Obama read it, it like really messed him up, and that Trump didn't read it.
I've never felt safer hearing a sentence knowing that Trump just didn't read it.
I'm sure he got like a sentence through, and he was like,
Trump,
eh.
he probably figured, I already know.
He got Leah Michelle to explain it to him.
So in terms of people who are interesting to talk, who you could ask questions to.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of there are a lot of interesting people. So I don't know who I would pick. I might just honestly, I don't know. I don't care. I don't care what anyone has to say. I just want someone fun to hang out with, I guess.
That's a fair answer. I respect that.
Give me
answer.
Steve-O.
Steve-O? Oh yeah.
Oh my God! Yes.
I love Steve-O.
I actually just saw my first Jackass movie recently.
Which one, was it the
The
Forever?
like new one that they did. Yeah,
It's
Jackass
so good.
Forever. It's fantastic. But I wasn't allowed to watch Jackass as a kid. It wasn't like some religious thing. They were just like,
No,
why
this
would
is
you
just good
watch
parenting.
People like do that, but it really is just like sketch comedy plus fear.
Yeah.
Yeah. You watched a Grown Up, right?
Sketch comedy plus
Honestly,
fear
not
equals
really. I would
time.
like
Really?
see it at friends' houses or stuff and like clips, but I never like. I the only like beginning to end Jackass like universe movie I've seen is Bad Grandpa.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Didn't that win an Oscar or get nominated for an Oscar
That would
for
be
like
awesome,
makeup artistry?
but I hope so.
I really think it did.
That's all. I hope that's true. That's awesome.
I love that.
That
Yeah.
was awesome. I like Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, he's a
a
cool
great
guy,
guy.
really funny guy too.
Yeah.
So just the way he approaches things, just like that everything's like a cartoon, like
Yeah.
like I'll never get out of my head like the like roller skating in a buffalo pen, like can't roller skate in a buffalo pen. He does like a whole song and a dance, and it just like does the whole thing with none of them, and then just ends with like him just getting like fucking rammed by a ball.
Yeah. He's the best. Oh wait, have you seen him tell the story about like where he gets it from? He talks about like how his dad used to prank him as a kid. Like if he fell asleep on the couch, his dad would take a hot dog, run it through Johnny's mouth just like that, and then Johnny would like sort of just like rub his eyes and wake up, and then he would like zip up his fly and then walk away.
Jesus.
Yeah. He said that.
Oh my god.
That's awesome. I gotta start doing that. Gotta start.
Mom, what did you do to me? What was that? You'll find out when you're older.
So there's this thing called the strap. Oh my god, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, Dan. So I feel like when I was getting excited to have you on, I was like, I feel like Dan Wickes is the type of guy who doesn't really have a neutral opinion. So I want to ask you rapid fire about a series of things, and you tell me what your opinion on them is,
Okay.
and we can confirm that you don't have neutral opinions.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay. Early 2000s radio hits.
I lean bad.
Why?
I am coming around a bit lately. It also depends what we talk about. If it's still like if it's something like Nickelback or something, still garbage. I hate the revival that's going on. Be like, oh, y'all slept on Nickelback. No, we didn't. They suck. you haven't heard. If you like them, it's because you haven't heard the good music. You haven't heard the Pearl Jams or like the or the Nirvanas or the stuff that it came from. Something like Backstreet Boys though. I'm starting to come around on.
Yeah.
Backstreet Boys are pretty fun.
Backstreet Boys
they
are
have some good
good.
stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Hiking.
Hiking, I like hiking. I don't do it enough. It's something I've been meaning to do more.
Yeah. I like hiking too.
Okay. I got one. Apple picking.
Apple picking, not crazy about it, honestly.
No?
Maybe that's just because I don't have a girlfriend.
We just progressively name activities that require a girlfriend.
Sex.
Making out, cuddling, falling in love.
Feeling love. No, if you were in a relationship and she was like, I'd love to do this, would you be like, yes? Or would you be like, eh?
Honestly, if it was someone I was really into, I'd be like, okay, that's cool. But if it was just like
okay.
some girl who I don't really like, then it would, it'd be this is the
Yeah,
worst
sure.
thing ever.
That's
It's
fair.
the worst.
I feel like apple picking with someone you're not in love with is
Yeah.
nearly
Like,
impossible.
I barely want to go to your apartment.
You think I just want to look at apples? God damn.
Oh my god. Wait, what else do you have?
Trains. That one's pointed.
The whole bit, the entire bit was just a setup to ask me how I feel about trains. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, they're cool. Trains are cool. We need more trains.
Yeah.
As society, if we embrace the train and abandon the road, we would be better. And model trains are very cool. Fuck the haters.
Fuck the haters of trains. Fuck the haters.
When you were a kid, I can't be the only one where there was like, what was cooler than walking into when you're in someone's basement and like, oh, there's another room. Oh, what is this? Oh my god, it's their own little world.
It's all a long con. Okay, at the end I'll ask you again.
This is sponsored by Big Train.
Yeah, Amtrak, proud supporter. Of
Amtrak,
two
if you're
Nosy
listening, come on the
Meerkats.
pod. Okay, Adam Sandler.
I'm sorry. This is probably as close to neutral opinion as I'll get. Early movies great, new movies bad. You know, yeah.
When does it start?
I actually have a different opinion, which is that I think his earlier movies were good because we were younger when we saw them, and that now we're older. Like I think he does make movies for an audience that is a little more juvenile, and I don't mean that negatively.
Yeah. When was the last time you seen one?
That I enjoyed, or just seen one?
Seen one, like seen like one of the like golden era Adam Sandler films.
Oh, a golden era one?
Yeah.
Maybe like in the last like 2 years or so. I like
this
rewatched
isn't
Happy
like
Gilmore.
okay, so you weren't like just thinking this. You like had the experience. You watched the movie. You're like, I don't enjoy
Oh
this as
yeah,
much as
yeah,
I
yeah.
used to.
I love this. Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore is like one of my favorite comedies.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's just hit after hit
Yeah.
after hit.
But
in
does
that
it hold up for you?
Oh yeah, it still
Okay,
holds
yeah,
up for me.
yeah, so
well, actually, I don't know if it does. I don't know if it does, but I remember the nostalgia of it. And I remember like just like the joy, but
Yeah.
it doesn't make me. You're right. It actually doesn't make me laugh as much as it did.
Yeah, it does for me still.
It does,
I like
It's-
think. Yeah, I still like occasionally think about. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast? Oh,
Mr. Deeds it does make me laugh still.
Yeah,
when
I
he's just
think-
like beating up.
yeah. To me, that feels like the last one of the golden era.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's all like click, and then like just like real.
Yeah.
Oh, but I've heard Click is good.
Yeah.
I didn't hate Click. I didn't hate it.
I've heard it makes people cry.
Yeah. There's some somber moments in it for sure. Have you
Yeah.
seen it? No.
Well, every Adam Sandler movie, the formula was Adam Sandler is a dickhead who needs to grow up. There's but he doesn't. But he's got this cool mentor guy, and maybe there's something's gonna happen. Mentor guy dies. No, I gotta get my shit together, or I'm gonna lose the love of my life. And then it all comes.
Yeah, you got
together.
it.
Oh, I like 50 First Dates. That's a great Adam Sandler movie. It's a rom-com.
I never saw that.
Oh, it's really good. Drew Barrymore, like, she has like this short-term memory issue
Yeah.
where like she wakes up and she can't remember anything that happened the next day. So she's
But now talk about the movie.
no.
Yeah.
I
No,
just love talking about her.
Yeah, that's the dream team though. Adam and Drew.
Oh, they're great.
They're great. She's such a good actress.
She's fantastic.
yeah,
really
Wedding Singer,
underrated.
another great pairing of those two.
Yeah, we need that.
Also, Blended. That was another movie that I saw recently. That it didn't make me laugh that much, but it actually was kind of heartwarming. About these two families that
Yeah.
Oh, about
blend
the
on a
Hispanic,
vacation.
like, oh no, that's Spanglish. I'm thinking of. That's
You
another.
you keep mistaking other.
I do.
Good.
I do. I just
Look at
keep
you.
thinking about blended families.
Yeah,
Yeah.
blending all those movies together. Is
There
what
was
you're
one
doing.
really awful Netflix one, not the first one, which I didn't even watch. The Ridiculous
Jill and
Six,
something,
but
Jack and Jill.
That was,
Yeah.
I mean, that was another terrible movie, but it was the
That was his Nutty Professor.
Yeah, there was one where it was like it's called like The Do Over or something. It's like him
Hmm.
and David Spade, and it's just an awful movie. Like they, like the movie. It's just like typical idiot plot where it's like, oh, actually, like he's got to like change his identity and go hide somewhere, and then halfway through the movie, like Adam Sandler just has a machine gun, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm not watching any more of this.
Imagine selling a machine gun to someone that looks like Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
I've done it.
Yeah.
I'll do it again.
I did like Grown Ups. I did like Grown Ups.
Yeah.
I never saw it.
Yeah.
I couldn't do Grown Ups. It was
No?
well, actually, I haven't seen the first one. I saw some of the second one, and it was like
I don't know
too-
if I saw the second one, but the first
Yeah.
one I enjoyed. It
Yeah, I
was
could.
fun.
Yeah. I just it just sticks out in my head is like the scene because I've seen so many of these terrible movies because when you're from a suburb like and you haven't like and you're an adult but not really and you don't have a real job and you just kind of like live with your parents. It's a lot of like hanging out at friends' places, hopefully just weed and not more than that, and just like watching TV, watching terrible shit, or
Yeah.
like playing Smash Brothers. And we would go to my friend's house, and he would just all day just rewatch like Waiting and Grown Ups 2, and just every one of these terrible
Oh, God.
movies. So yeah, that's where I picked up a lot of my like bad movies that I've watched.
Yeah.
I think that would do it to you. That kind of environment and that repetition of that. Ugh. When did you move to New York? To New York City, I
when
mean.
I was I guess like 6 or like about 7 years ago when I was like 22.
Okay.
What
Yeah.
what made you want to move here instead of like anywhere else?
Oh, I'm from Long Island.
Oh,
It's just
well,
like
yeah,
the
that's
thing
fine.
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any of those other places.
Yeah. Do you still like? Have you thought about living anywhere else, or you're like New York is it? Yeah.
Yeah. Not even for a second.
If you had to move, if you like felt like there was like a big opportunity in LA that you had to move to, would you do it, or would you be like, no, I'm gonna stick it out
I mean,
here?
I guess if it was like a really big opportunity, but like it just seemed like the traffic, like it just seems like an awful place to live.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, one more thing to have a neutral opinion on: crying.
Crying, it's something I wish I did less.
Perfect answer.
I kind of wish I did it more. I like crying.
I
like a good deep cry.
I found it easier to cry recently, which I actually appreciate. Like I didn't cry that much. It was very rare, and I like that it's something I'm open to more now.
We're trying to give you the virtues of crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we brought
Exactly.
you on to be like, you should cry. You should keep crying.
Yeah, you should be crying more at the way your life is going.
Just an intervention.
You have a lot of reasons to cry.
Oh, believe me, I know.
Well, on that note, you want to give advice to some children?
Yeah. Oh my
So you know how this goes.
Kids, don't cry. Crying is for pussies. If you see someone crying, bully them.
Slap them in the face. Do not show vulnerability.
Okay, I've got one pulled up.
Okay.
Okay. So, I just broke up with my boyfriend because after the longest time of telling him he saw a future with only me, wanting the approval of my family, and even putting together a wedding playlist for us, he told me that he didn't want to lead me on into thinking we were going to be anything more than we are now. So needless to say, I thought that was weird. I've discussed it more, and he basically said he just wasn't thinking when he said that stuff. I told him never to contact me again after that. Is his behavior not normal, or was I being too harsh?
Yeah, you overreacted here, girl. Is this a woman who wrote in?
Well, it is now.
Okay.
We don't know. It just said boyfriend. It didn't say their gender, but
This feels like, even if this is a dude, this feels like a girl. No,
I
okay.
think that
kind of agree. If I had to guess, like if I had to put money on something, I would say.
okay, it's you guys don't think it's psycho to make a wedding playlist for someone and then be like, I'm not
Oh no,
serious
that
about it.
no. I don't agree. I agree that this is probably a woman who is writing in, but I don't believe that her or their reaction is wrong. Like if someone says I don't see this moving on to anything other, I would want an explanation. I would want to know what made you think. I would want
She
like.
just said that he apologized. Like he
Well, yeah.
quit.
Well, yeah.
So then it's fine.
Well, yeah,
Well,
but
I
now
mean-
I want to know how. I don't think I could say that unless I really believed it, and I don't think I would have any other excuse other than that. Yeah, I said yeah. Then I mean what I said. Why else would you say that?
He could have been going through an episode.
No, maybe.
He was having a psychotic break when he said those nice things.
Yeah, I mean, depending if these two were together long enough where like they were thinking about getting married, I think that and this just happened completely out of nowhere. I think that it's like I don't think he needed to be broken up with for this unless there's more of the picture that we're not hearing.
I think it would require if they were together for a while, it would require a deeper discussion to ask like, hey, why? Yeah.
Well, it's like you bring someone around your family, you make a wedding playlist, and then you guys break up. You're like, I wasn't that serious. Like, I guess that's fine. I don't know. Probably not. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Free up space on my Spotify. Just
To
like
each
right
their
there.
own.
Yeah.
To each their own.
Yeah, that is
Would you do it? Would you make a playlist?
Yeah, it would be, and it would go so hard.
Pearl Jam. Soundgarden. What else on your
Well,
playlist?
it would be the good Pearl Jam wedding song. I
don't know
probably
any Pearl Jam.
elderly woman standing behind the counter. Maybe. Do you know Pearl Jam?
I
A
don't.
little bit. I
know
know
that
like
song?
the classics. Now I don't know that one. I know like the Even Flow and
Yeah,
the
that's
like Better
not a
Man.
wedding song.
Even Flow.
Better Man's a little too. No, Better Man's way too sad for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Better Man's like a breakup song.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one's a sad one. I love that song.
He nails the sad dating songs. Like you know Black.
Yes, yes. Eyes here. Oh wait, no, that's Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
Oh no!
You're so racist with your
Black is like
bands.
Streets of empty canvas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you say you never did anything creative before comedy. Look at those. Oh
I
shit!
mean,
No, that's fine.
I mean, badly impersonating Eddie Vedder is one of the most famously uncreative things you can do.
I don't think it was bad. I think it was.
I think it's pretty creative when you do it.
Closed my eyes and I was like, I am there.
Is Eddie Vedder with us right now?
Yeah.
All right, what's the next one?
another one
Someone
pulled
who's not yeah.
Someone who's not a piece of shit.
Yeah. Who can't understand when their guy is going through something and needs their support.
Hey,
Men's rights.
Listen, men's rights.
I'm just assuming it's a girl because I disagree with her.
Fucking incel. We're just teasing. You did the right thing. Fuck that guy. Okay. I was listening to the Meredith episode right before bed, and then I had a dream that I was doing stand-up. I was good. I had a bit where someone gave...
So mean, Dan. I was good, yeah.
I had a bit where someone gave me a present right before the show, and I said, I don't know what this is, but I'm going to eat it on stage. Okay, that is good. That's kind of funny.
That is, yeah, it's pretty
also,
good.
that's the whole submission. Sometimes
what?
it's just for us to comment on.
Okay, good for you. I hope it was edible.
I hope it wasn't.
I hope it wasn't. Yeah, I want that to be the reason this person woke up.
I hope it was like a gift card.
That's just why like they like died mid-message.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm gonna eat this on stage. I can't type this out anymore.
Yeah. I have done stand up in my dreams and I always crush and then I never remember what it is. I try to make a note, but it like I forget it mid.
Oh, I always have a deeply middling set because I think that's just maybe my experience.
Oh my God. Okay, I have another one. Which is okay, so I'm about to be a high school senior and I just found out that one of my friends just broke up with a girlfriend. A bit of background, last year I had a big crush on her and we ended up going to homecoming together, but then she ended our weird almost but not really dating relationship one night after a small argument and basically ended up telling me that she led me on for 4 months because she wasn't ready for a relationship. Well, not even 3 weeks after this happened, she started dating a girl who did theater with us.
Ooh.
I hate theater kids.
Oh.
We had a group chat from the show. We had just finished, and I kept getting kicked out of the group chat by the soon-to-be girlfriend.
No.
I'm pretty sure that the girlfriend didn't like me, even though I had.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely what happened.
Yeah.
I think you may be getting the social cues there, doll. Yeah, I kept getting kicked out of the group chat by the soon-to-be girlfriend. I'm pretty sure the girlfriend didn't like me, even though I have no idea why, except that we like the same girl. My friend and I barely talked all year, pretty much since homecoming, and I recently found out that they broke up. I texted her a few days ago asking her if she wanted to hang out because I miss being her friend, and she hasn't texted me back. I just saw an Instagram post of hers, and now I think I might like her again. What should I do? Move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is a girl, but I'm gonna call it a dude because I'm on their side. So, bro. No, this one stings because I know a girl who like literally went through something like this, where like it was like another girl and then like the whole thing, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they were very hurt by it. So I understand why you're very hurt. And I understand what you're going. Yeah,
That's awful.
And yeah, this all sucks. And the way that you're saying it, I'm sure that it's messier than even just the fact that you like this girl and then the other person. I'm sure this is like fucking up a lot of your friendships, and that's really sucks. I'm really sorry.
Because it's like this is your whole world too.
Yeah.
Like if you're still in high school, this is your whole world. Like it's easy for like people who are adults to say, "Oh, you'll move on," but still, like this is a rough period to go through. Yeah. I went through something sort of similar in high school where just like a bad breakup sort of consumed my environment. Like my whole world was just like a group of friends that were around, and like not that everyone turned on me, but there were like jokes being made about it that I was always hearing behind like corners of like walls and stuff, and it's rough.
This
it's
is
a rough
why it's
time
important to date someone no one in the world has ever met.
Yeah.
It's important to date someone that you met on vacation who you never show a photo of to anyone you know. Yeah.
It's important to, like, if you love someone.
It's important to, if your relationship goes south, have them murdered.
That's right, bro.
Yeah. Hell yeah, king.
Have them murdered! Yes! Murder them!
Work.
Lock them in the basement!
Yeah. But I mean,
Literally
it's not enough.
slay.
But I mean, given you do have to have like the kind of criminal network around you where everyone is too afraid to say anything too. That's
So you
very
have to be a
important.
mob boss to date.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our advice. Next time you fall in love with a girl, start out in the mob.
Yes.
Find a mob lesbian.
Make time.
I don't know where they are.
Well, you don't want a mob lesbian. You want a low-level lesbian who like has no pull in the scene.
A
No one's gonna
wacky
miss.
lesbian.
Yeah. Ideally, someone who's already pissed some people off.
We know some. Yeah.
Yeah, date me, I guess.
Yeah, you're a much higher up
I
lesbian.
can see myself being in the mob, but just fucking everything up, and everyone's like, well, she's nice enough. Let's
That
keep
would,
her
be
around.
that would actually be a good Adam Sandler movie. Is like a guy who really wants to be in the mob but keeps messing everything up.
Yeah.
There's
that
gotta
would
be
be-
some fuck ups in the mob. Like,
Well, that would
Yeah.
be, yeah, I mean, it's literally he's like, yeah, it's all coming together. Like he's his dad's the mob boss, then he's got the idiot's son. Like he's not, and then the guy who's coming, he's not ready to run the mob. Like, yes, I am.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's a
then his dad
direct
dies and
map
he's
of
gotta
Billy
grow
Madison.
up.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
okay, if you love someone, have them killed. Next submission.
Yeah.
Okay. So sometimes people just share their weird fears and they want us to comment. My sister has a fear of Dwayne Johnson. I don't know how or why it started, but she refuses to watch any of his movies. By the way, love the pod.
Okay, your sister sounds like an alien or some kind of creature attacking Earth or somebody.
Who needs us to get rid of our best warrior?
Yeah. It's gotta be it, right? She's watching his movies and she's identifying with the bad guys.
I guess if you were an alien attacking Earth and you saw Dwayne The Rock Johnson, you'd be like, what the fuck is that? No, what the fuck? It doesn't look like the rest of you. What?
This wasn't in the preview. I thought you all looked like this.
They show a photo of like Lucas Arnold.
You've got
like,
mecha
this is how
humans?
people are supposed to look.
Yeah.
Now this other freaking guy. That's like 3
Nice
people.
and conquerable. What the fuck is the?
Oh my god. Dwayne The Rock Johnson is scary. I'll admit it. He seems very nice, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know that a human being should look that way.
I would love to be of him to just like, hey, hold on to my arm, and then he just like pulls me up like that. That would be fun. I'd love to do that. Just be like,
You have any
wee.
thoughts on Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Yeah, I think he's cool. I think he's a cool guy. I think more guys should have those kinds of muscles.
Could you imagine my head on his body?
Oh, that would be so awesome.
That would be hilarious.
Any scientists out there, time to do a little experiment.
I would love to like wield his body for a day. That would be cool to walk around as like in his. I think that would be so fun for a day, just to know what it's like.
Yeah, I would climb buildings.
Yeah.
Who needs to be Spider-Man when you can just
Yeah.
scale buildings?
When you
That's
can
what-
just be jacked and huge. Yeah.
He's like the size of buildings. He doesn't
Yeah.
need to scale them.
Yeah, exactly. Did you see that movie where he has like one leg, but he like jumps through it to like save it? It's kind of like Die Hard.
I haven't, but that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's basically is a one-legged Die Hard movie with Dwayne Johnson.
That's scary.
Yeah.
This fear is valid, I think. That's the takeaway.
Is there anyone in the world who like purely just their body? You're just like, I want to know what it's like to walk and exist in the world, and just to know. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Who is it?
But it's offensive. The answer.
Oh,
I want to be like, oh my God. Okay.
right into the mic.
Oh, I'm going to be so canceled. No, I can't say it.
No, okay.
I want to be like, okay, you know, on those TLC.
Well, someone who's like a physical marvel, like The Rock, is a physical marvel. Yeah, he's
Sometimes I'm curious what it would be like to be one of those like 2-foot people.
that's okay. I don't think that's that offensive to understand like what the world is like.
I'm like,
And
I
yeah,
wonder what it's like to be that low on the ground.
I think that's an okay answer.
So when they try and cancel me, we're going to overlay that clip of you
Yeah.
going, this is okay for her to say.
Well, here's the thing: is that we were all at a point where we were all very small. So I think we
I
all
want to be back.
You want to go back?
I
to
want to
that
be
time?
back.
I think that's valid.
Is there anyone you'd walk around as?
I'd like to walk around as someone with a really big dick. And then I'd like to see that, you know what? This isn't that different.
Wait, it's the same dick.
Yeah. Wink into the camera. Ding.
Swing.
Find you on Instagram
At Dan Wicks.
DMs are open.
Oh my god.
Do we have anything else or no?
Oh, we do. I kind of love making Dan answer these.
Yeah, these
because
are fun.
They're killing me. Okay, someone said, oh my
I think this might be it, actually. Yeah, that was it. Just 4, right?
Yeah, although I did find another one. Okay.
Oh, you did?
Someone said,
please.
just need some life advice. My younger sibling is going through the same being bullied experiences as I did when I went through high school. How do I be sympathetic and empathetic, but also put across the message that they are the most consistent and valuable person in their own life? Ooh. That's nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure why those are mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, damn, that's tough. It's tough because I actually don't, apart from like teasing or something verbal, I don't think I was necessarily bullied.
Oh, I was
Ever.
definitely bullied.
You were?
And it was off, but I bullied back.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I was
Bully
so mean.
back better. Yeah.
Bully back better. That's what the
Yeah.
country said.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the obvious answer is you just tell them to find an even weaker person and just bully them. Yeah, you think I'm weird? Look at that fucking guy.
Hey, don't come after me. I know lesbians in the mob.
Yeah.
I know low-level mob lesbians.
Yeah.
Other options are, of course, like teach them karate, or have them just like really fuck one person up so they're like, scared, like prison style. Like, oh, they're not to be fucked
Yeah.
with.
Or just tell them like, hey, I have a massive penis. You don't want to get on this
I
bad
don't want to
side.
get on this bad side.
Yeah.
I know Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah.
I would say
It's
probably
my name for my penis.
Dwayne the. Oh my god, this reminds me. This is so off topic, but my friend showed me this Pokémon porn.
I thought you were about to say, my friend showed me this penis.
My friend showed me this. Well, it's kind of like that. My friend showed me it's Pokémon
my
porn.
God, I know this.
And they have like a whole like script leading up to the porn. It's like a long movie, and Brock's name is Cock. Misty's name is Fisty, and Ash's name is Gash, which is crazy because I think it could be ass.
Yeah.
And Pikachu is Dikachu, but she's a woman, and they paint her all over with disgusting yellow body paint. And when she's having sex, when she's fingering Fisty, the paint starts coming off her fingers.
Oh, God.
So that's my advice to you, listener. You should definitely tell your sibling when they're getting bullied, just show the Pokemon porn.
Distract them. Hey, fetch.
Yeah, I mean, also in true, even if that doesn't work, Gabby's onto something. There's an entire internet. Tell them to just stay in their room, just stay on the internet.
That's very healthy.
Tell them to do cyberbullying instead. It's way more energy efficient.
Yeah.
Pick someone weak and pathetic to cyberbully. Always.
Yeah.
Well, that's beautiful. And I think that means we're coming to the end of the podcast. Dan, you've been amazing.
You've
Thank
been
you.
fantastic.
Thanks
Do you
for having
believe,
me.
do you
So
believe
fun.
us?
I do. I think I did a great job.
You crushed it.
Good.
You blew it out of the water.
Absolutely amazing.
Will you now tell us, okay, this is called Self-Perception Corner. I'm curious about yours for this one. How do you feel like other people perceive you? And then we'll tell you how we actually perceive you. This is the best one.
I think
yeah.
people think I'm a really cool guy. Like, look at how cool and funny he is. I really admire him and wish I was more like him in certain ways. No, yeah, I think it's a weird thing where like, people know me at like because I've been around a certain amount of time, and like, so people view me a certain way as like this guy who's been around a long time, like, and where he's at, it's like I'm very well liked, and I think a big part of that is because I don't have anything. Like, people aren't jealous of me for things. They're like, oh, good, I love Dan. He's funny. He deserves more things. We're not going to help him get those things, but
I feel like Anya Jones said something like that to me because we were talking about like what it means to be well liked in comedy. I was like, how do you feel about being well liked? She was like, feel like it should get me more than it does. And that's very true.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
How about in your personal life, like outside of comedy? How do you feel like people see you?
Let's see. I do have like two distinct groups of non-comedy friends, both from high school. In one group, it's like everyone, like, you know, people who aren't in comedy are like, they say we're weird, but I think they're weird because they like, I don't even know how they find fulfillment, like, or at least basic people. Like, I mean, if you have like a really intense job or like doing something important, that's something different. But like people who just like, you know, I'm from Long Island. I just know a bunch of like gossipy cunts, like, you know. And so it's always, it's like we have one group of friends where we all just like talk. Like the thing that mostly binds us together is we talk shit about our other friend who's like an actual piece of shit. And then the other group of friends are just like we mostly became friends over loving video games, and we're all just like various we're all like very different people, but that's like a big part of the bond,
right?
And they view me as like the guy who's got his life together the most because I got like the adult job. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the way I would say that I view you, one is someone who's devious, has a devious side, and I like that because I'm also devious.
Yeah.
So I was like, I identify. But yeah, no, you always seem someone that was like, I hope this doesn't come across, but very simple, and that you just seem like a very moral person. Like, you're obviously like very talented, but you always seemed like just a very solid person who didn't do things out of spite, really, or you just always seemed like you always seem like someone who's on the good side of history. That's how is you. So I don't know. That's a weird phrase to say.
I'm just imagining Dan at like the civil rights marches.
Yeah, you were with MLK with Bernie Sanders. Yeah. He was right there. No, yeah, but I don't know. You've always held and conducted yourself really, really well, and I've always felt safe in your presence.
Thanks. Happy to provide that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You definitely slipped through the cracks on me at first, in that like I don't know that I really like flagged you that quickly. You know, like I was like, that's Dan Wickes, but I don't know a lot about Dan Wickes. And then I feel like when I got to know you, there's this just like genuineness and like kind of sneaky humor, and I mean it's obvious humor on stage, but in real life it's like sneakier, and I think that you're definitely someone where I feel like I have like simpatico, like I feel like we think maybe a similar way about like our life trajectory, and like I don't know, I kind of like that you don't it's not that you don't have anything, because you have a lot, actually. But I like that you're not Machiavellian.
Yeah.
I like that you're not willing, I think, to step on other people to get what you want. And I like that you hate that. So I appreciate having you around and talking to you. I think you're a good dude. And I like that you're a twitchy little guy, and just making everyone feel comfortable and loved and safe. And I like that you put on these great roast shows, because like I don't know that I would have ever gotten into roasting if it was just, you know, the other places.
You weren't excited to do the AIDS chant.
I start to like it now, because like I go to, you know, the other comedy venue, and I'm like, okay, like this is a circus, this is a spectacle, it's not necessarily about the jokes, but I think that you are an advocate for the art of writing jokes, and I respect that.
And you're an advocate for just shouting AIDS now.
I am. But I think it's honestly made me a better joke writer, because I don't know that I don't know that I'm a natural like set up punchline person on my own. I'm more like, I've relied a little on my presence sometimes, but it's like roasting. It's like, okay, it really better be fucking solid, otherwise you're gonna bomb. So it's helped me a lot, and I'm very grateful to you.
Absolutely. And now, pretty much right at the end of the episode, thank you very much for coming on. Would you please plug and promote anything that you have going on?
Thank you. So I'm gonna be so follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Dan_Wickes. Also I'm on TikTok, but I really need to post there more. It's thing.
What's that app?
That's
Lucas, shut the fuck up. Oh, before we leave, we have to tell the audience the mean thing you did to me on Friday. But Dan, you keep going.
Oh my god. You don't know about this, do you?
No, I don't.
Oh yeah, we need to share.
Oh yeah. Keep going though. What?
No, yeah, please keep going.
Because you got some big things going on.
Yeah, I'm
You do indeed.
I'm gonna be in LA at the end of the month, and I'm not sure the exact dates there yet, but I will definitely be there on the 29th and the 31st. A very special show on the 31st. I can't give it, not supposed to give a ton of details on yet, but please check me out on Instagram for information about.
It's
how
very
to come see
exciting.
it. And also I gotta check out my show every Saturday at a House Party Cafe in Bushwick, Pop Collar Comedy. Early show 7 p.m., late show 9 p.m. And check out my roast show that we've been talking about. It roasted at Grove 34 in Astoria every other Wednesday. Next two are October 5th and October 19th.
Nice.
Thank you. Yeah. Gabby's on the 5th and Lukas is on the 19th.
Hell yeah.
Very exciting. Very, very exciting.
Okay, so before we plug, at the last Anne Hathaway mic, Lukas texts me, can I go up at exactly 6:30? Which is an annoying request, but it's Lukas, so I was like, sure. And then I see him at Pine Box, and he's like visibly freaking out. I was like, how are you? And he goes, I'm so nervous. And I thought something had happened to him. And I was like, you okay? He was like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just planning something for this last mic. I thought maybe he was going to give Aaron and I a present. And then right before 6:30, he's running back and forth out of Pine Box, checking on something outside. And I was like, this is weird. I do wonder what Lukas is planning. And then he goes up on stage and he says, so I don't know if you all know this, but I am verified on Instagram.
Amazing intro for any set.
And something you can do when you're verified on Instagram is DM other verified users. So I may or may not have sent a message to someone who is very important to this mic. And it turns out her nephew is a fan of mine. Everyone in the room's like freaking out, like jaws agape, because we're all just gay in there and we want to see Anne Hathaway so bad. And he's like, initially I asked her for a video message, but it turns out she's shooting a movie in Greenpoint and actually wanted to take the time to come here personally to say a little something to two of my closest friends. So if you wouldn't mind opening that door, give it up for the amazing Anne Hathaway. Everyone's applauding like, oh my God. And then he just goes, who is not here? And then walks off the stage. Are you happy with yourself, Lukas?
I'm so happy. You have no. Everyone started booing, and I was grinning so much. I was like, "Give it all to me." Oh my God, it worked out amazingly. Can I say though, I genuinely did message Anne Hathaway the week before. I was like, I never slide into anyone's DMs for any reason. I don't reach out for anything ever.
You're not usually hitting up like, yo, Rihanna, what's up, boo?
Yeah, no. Of course not.
That's what you'll do when you're verified.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I thought, you know what? This would be so special if it worked out. I thought I'm going to go out, and I sent a little bit of a long message. I was like, hey, my name's Lukas. I'm a comedian. I have these friends. They host this mic. It's a joke about you and so on. It would mean the world. I don't know if you're if you want to appear, you're more than welcome, and I would be happy to compensate you for your time. Even if a video message would be great. I'm sure you may not read this, and I wish you all the best, and stuff like that. Didn't read it, didn't get a response, and I was like, well, now I got to play a mean trick.
Yeah. I'm not hurt. You guys are hurt.
So yeah, that's what I did on Friday.
Well, everyone, Anne Hathaway did not show up to my mic, so I will be spending the next couple weeks hunting her down, Goodwill Hunting style. That's not what happens in that movie.
She does know that the mic exists. Well, that existed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. How do you know she knows?
Because there is a comedian who was on the show. I don't think it would be the end of the world if I mentioned his name, but I don't think I will. But he said that his mom or aunt actually has met Anne Hathaway in the filming of what she's doing right now, and she was like, oh, my nephew goes to this mic that's named after you. Like, she did actually tell Anne Hathaway, and I don't know what Anne's response was. Annie, excuse me. Annie.
She probably called him a slur.
Yeah.
Something just occurred to me. Does she have a cameo?
I looked it up. She doesn't.
Oh, okay. Because if she had a cameo, then like, of course she
Of
ignored
course.
your message. Like, you're trying to
Yeah,
get a
that's
freebie.
No, I did look it up. I couldn't find a cameo.
Okay.
So sad. Well,
Anyway.
Lucas, you got any things other than ruining my life?
I've got so this will come out Tuesday next week. So yeah, this evening I have a show at Eastville with Sonny LaPrade at Eastville, which will be very fun. I also have a show I'm doing Roasted on October 19th. I'm going to be doing another show the 23rd and then the 31st. Yeah, and I will be posting all of it on Instagram. You guys already have my Instagram, so it'll be posted about there.
Yeah, follow my Instagram. If you're this deep in the episode, you already follow me.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. All
thank
there
you,
remains to
Dan
say is
Wickes.
thank you, Dan Wickes, for
Thanks for
being an
having me.
amazing guest.
And we've been two Nosy Meerkats, and we'll never see you again.
Toodaloo.